Obedi.
Oh, Obedi.
Obedi the camera, clean, neat.
And he'll wipe his mouth and move on.
Of course, and then he'll move on. But afterthoughts
is the problem.
It's, what the man already, but one can't just say that get away. The next should get away there. Say.
He won't even come back to you.
He won't come back to you again.
And welcome to another steaming episode of the Girls Arena, right here on Wankin Multimedia. This show is brought to you by Wankin Mineral Water for royals, and also OK Royal Hair. This oil is something that is good for men and women, and it's also organic oil. Make sure you get one and thank me later. This show, you know that I cannot do this alone. With my ladies, we come here, we put everything together and give you the best, the gist, the solution to all your problems. My name is Miss Brown, and I'm doing this with my beautiful women seated in the studio with me. I have with me the beautiful and sexy Ama Shanzi. Hi, baby.
Hello, darling.
How are you?
I'm not really well.
I know you're not too good.
You can even feel it from my voice.
I know, right? And the gorgeous, Her Excellency, the Seer. Good morning.
Morning.
How are you?
Fine, thank
As
you.
today you're laid back, be like that,
I have not had enough rest.
Charlie, after a good sex, you have that.
From who? From whose son?
How did we get here? Please, from whose son? Someone is asking. Someone's son to bring us a good sex that she can sleep. And today on the episode, we're talking about sex on the first night. Is it love, lust, or infatuation? Please do well and follow us on all our social media platforms. Like, comment, share, and subscribe on Wankin Multimedia. We'll be back. Welcome back from that break. We said we're talking about sex on the first night, but before that, know this. Having sex on the first date can be complex and a personal decision, and it's essential to understand the motivations and the emotions that are involved. Down there, you can just tell us if it is okay to have sex when you meet someone the very first time, or you think it's cheap, or you think it's another thing altogether. But my ladies will give you everything to know about this topic. Shanzi, I want to know something. What is your definition of love, sex, and infatuation?
Okay. Let me make this clear that I'm not really feeling well, so probably
please pardon us.
Really feel my voice like that. So, to talk about love, sex, lust, and then infatuation,
yes.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you ask me, my definition for love is, a deep affection for someone.
Okay.
So when someone has a deep affection or interest for someone, I can term that as love. And when it gets to infatuation, it is an intense feeling, but short-lived. It is an intense feeling. So at a point, you might feel like, hey, infatuation and then love can be very confusing.
Yes.
You understand? You might think that you are in love with a person, but some might be infatuation.
Okay.
You understand? So infatuation and love, if you don't take care, you might confuse the two, and then later. So this is where you will know this is not love. Okay. Because love lasts longer. Okay. Infatuation is short-lived. So you might think you are in love, and then all of a sudden it disappears. Or in love, or in infatuation. So this generation, we confuse the two. I love you. You are not in love with me. You are not. So and we also have obsession.
So there is I love you, I'm in love with you, and an obsession of love. Is that can that also cut for infatuation, obsession of love?
Yeah, it can.
It can cut for infatuation.
You feel you're so much into this person, you think you are so obsessed with this person, and you might think it is love. It is not love. Okay. So I always say this, when it gets to, situation around love, or when it gets to the love conversation, we have to be very skeptical about it, because you might think. Instead they be and wonder goes to Nabim, because they feel that you are in love, but then you are not. And then when it comes to lust, lust is a strong sexual desire for someone.
Okay. So that's a strong
sexual desire for someone. So when it comes to lust, I just chanced on something somebody sent to me right now, and the person, you can see that this person is
lasting after
longing for me, and it's not love, it is lust. Because he would want to have me. That's it. Not to love me, but to, just get to do whatever he wants to do with me. So that is lust. So it is a strong desire, sexual desire for someone. So that is how I will, explain the three.
Her Excellency, let me know your own definition, in your own point of view. What is love, lust, and infatuation?
Okay, what I'll say is, when we talk about love is a strong emotions you have towards someone. Okay. And that's one, if you love someone, you go a long way with the person. Okay. And infatuation, that one, I don't know what to say. That one, it looks like love, but it's not love. But that one,
baby, something which is there. Yes.
For that one, you don't know. Even you yourself, you don't know what you are feeling for the person.
Or not.
What you are feeling for the person, you don't know. But the last, that one, like Shansi said, it can lead to something else. Like right now in this generation, people misunderstand love with lust because they think they are both the same. But right now in this generation, people rather lust, not love. It's not love.
Okay, so this brings me to my next question. Have you experienced sex on the first date before? Oh, why are you laughing? Sister, why? I would want to. Okay, so
the laughing should tell you that
she has. I have experienced this thing before, but we'll look at this in two different dimensions. Where one will be the random sex, and one will be that communication, and then brought about the sex. But my experience of the first sex when we met, I think that's what ended me into the ghosting.
Okay.
I think that's what ended me, because I met this guy. We spoke on the phone for about 2-3 weeks. We said everything we had to say. But mind you, we didn't speak about sex. Funny enough, we never spoke about sex in our conversation. We just had the normal vibe conversation, and then we happened to meet. Like going out. We went on a date. We went to eat something, and then the vibe was like that. And then we went home. Then the sex thing came up, and he's trying to do the touching. I was already feeling his vibe already.
Yes.
I was already interested in him. I didn't know whether I was in love with him or I was just infatuated about him. But I liked his vibe. I wanted more. So I opened up for the sex. It happened. It was good, actually.
And where did it land?
We had a good sex. Like, it was good. And later, after I left his house, now when you call, he's not picking your call. He's not responding to your text. And what we said here the last time, that someone would give ghosting as a mental issue as an example of ghosting. And then he came back telling me that I'm going through some things and I can't speak about it. I'm like, oh, over, why? So then I remember, okay, the ghosting thing we spoke about, this is what someone has done. So I want to know, Shansi, have you ever experienced sex on the first night before? And what happened?
Well, if I'm supposed to remember very vividly, I don't think so.
Okay. You have not had sex on the first night before?
On the first night.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Okay.
If I'm supposed to recall.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I might, but I don't remember. I might, but I don't really remember.
Okay.
But I haven't.
You have not had sex on the first date
On the
before?
First date with a man. I haven't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Her Excellency, have you experienced first night sex before? You guys went out and then the thing happened.
I've experienced.
And what happened?
But before I talk about this, as a lady, you need standards.
Okay.
You need something that will separate you from the chaff. And not everyone should have you on the first day. Because some people may think it makes you lose, weak.
Or something.
No.
So that's where we come to the societal ideas about having sex on the first night.
Yeah.
Okay. But before that, have you had sex on the first night before?
Okay, I have.
What happened?
I have. For me, like when I came, initially I told you.
Okay, so just like today, you didn't do. You did it.
It went
today.
on well. It went on well. So let me quote it in this way: not every man out there are the same.
Okay.
You can have sex with someone for the first time, and that goes thing, and that person will not mind you again.
Okay.
It's a different thing. But when you are lucky enough, it goes on well. That is when the emotions and the love, or the connection between both of you, your spirits are one. That one, it leads.
Don't be small spirit.
It leads to a bigger thing.
All spirits has come inside this one there. Then it's
we know how work there. I mean, our yensu
that thing.
It's
we all
true.
say some.
It's
But when it
true.
comes to sex, sex is sex. You cannot talk about spirit. So because my spirit is not aligning with this person, I can't sleep with him. When I've seen him having something.
Why should you?
Hey, sister.
That means you're not going to feel anything.
No, I want to have sex.
You will do it for last.
But that's why it's last.
But haven't you had sex because of lust before?
No.
No.
No. Round, what's your problem?
No. If I don't love you,
too much.
No. If I don't love you,
I'm not saying.
listen, Brown. If I don't love you, I'll never have sex with you.
I'm sorry, but I'm not saying I know her too much. My point is, you see.
Okay, so all the sex you've had,
it was through love.
Because of love.
Hey, how many times do you love in a year?
I'm asking, how many times do you love?
And how do you think I love so many people in a year?
How many?
But then
because some of the sex will be last.
One man. So you mean
Are you staying with me?
no, but you've not.
Sister.
Are you serious?
Me and you, me and you three, we are on the street.
Seriously?
It is not one man. I
Come
don't
on.
be yourself.
Be
Don't be
real
yourself.
to yourself.
But my point is, have you fallen in love so many times in a particular year or something?
Yes, I've fallen in love so many times.
Hey, the love, no.
And it will
Is
not
it
be
Romeo
there.
and Juliet's love or Titanic love? Because
Titan-
you cannot fall in love so many times.
the love, not the cheche.
So is it okay for me to call it infatuation?
It is. Because you can't just love and just
Plenty
unlove.
times like that. It's more like button. You like and unlike. Just like that. Sister.
Listen,
Don't
if
do
you
that.
love someone, you know that you love the person.
Okay, so
No, we are dating on the top too.
so the societal view about having sex on the first night, some men, let me put it right, tend to say that the lady looks cheap. When she get to give herself to a man the first night. But in a man's view too, they don't look at it in that manner. Some men don't look at it in that manner. Others also look at it in that manner. Do you think our society has given us reason or has influenced the reason why some people choose not to have sex on the first date? Shanzi.
Okay, so I'm not going to term this as a societal norm or influence.
Okay.
It is a moral
Influence. Okay.
Because morally, and spiritually, having sex with a man on the first date, having sex with a man on Wario Kano,
It's
it is
another
not
thing
good.
altogether.
And then having sex with a man on the first day. You see, the reason why people term some ladies who do these things as cheap is because, before, sex was something very expensive.
Oh, yes.
If you're going to get sex, then you're going to do the needful.
Oh, yes.
Sex wasn't that cheap. Sex wasn't on the,
on the street like that.
street like that. Now, sex is so easy to get. You can get it
You can
anywhere.
even use jollof rice to sleep with someone.
You can use 50 pesos. You can even use nothing.
You can even use
just words.
pedicure and manicure on a man and sleep with him simple like that. So
And I
it's
know
like
me no be that man or 20 Ghana or some man 50 pesos.
Oh.
And I'm fancy son. So you see, sex is so cheap. It is out there, everybody can get it. Way, if you want sex right now, you can get it.
I will.
A man can get it. So if a man comes to me and then he wants to have something like, sexual with me, and I tell him that, oh no, I don't want to do this, he doesn't have a problem.
Somebody will do it.
Somebody is willing.
If you don't do, another
so
person
willing to do it.
Yeah.
So sex is so cheap. That is the reason why today a man can come out and tell you that, what are you offering? What are you bringing to the table? Apart from sex.
What do you bring
because
to the
we've
table?
made it so cheap. Into no, but you better back actually that better the table no. Before
they cannot ask you that
question.
You
can't tell me that.
No.
You cannot tell me that. Do you know how powerful a woman is?
People don't actually know.
Yeah, we are very powerful.
I only wish women would know how powerful they are made, so that these things would just cut off. But Charlie, we're there inside.
And so, I mean, it is something quite worrying because now a man can just, say certain things to you after sex. A man can think so low of you. Sure. Even you as a woman, when
you can even think low of yourself.
When you made this reference about you meeting a man and then on the first date after that you called him and then he was messing you and all that. How did you feel?
Charlie,
cheap.
It was another thing altogether. You get to
feel so cheap. You will feel so cheap and used.
You regret. You feel used, and then
so why do we give ourselves
motivation
that? Why do we have to go through that? Why do we have to allow ourselves to go through that? Yeah. You understand? And so that is the reason why up till now, some people will have that thing in mind that if you're a lady and you're able to give yourself,
oh yeah,
for a woman, obedi the camera clean, neat.
And he'll wipe his mouth and move on.
Of course, and then he'll move on. But afterthoughts
is the problem.
It's what the man already, but one can't just say that get away. The next should get away there. Say.
He won't even come back to you.
He won't come back to you again. But others have no problem with that. But what I'm saying is that morally, it is not right. You can say whatever you want to say wherever you are. Morally, that is your own problem. I don't give a F about it.
We don't give.
But morally, it is not right. However, it is happening.
Oh,
and I'm not here to tell anybody not to do it. It is your own
everywhere.
Decision. It is happening every day, every time.
That is why.
It is happening.
Yeah.
And so, since it is happening, some people are, quite lucky with that. They can have sex on the first, just as Her Excellency said, they can have sex on the first date, and so things will work out for them. I have this friend that when he met her husband, they had sex, and then everything was okay. They even got married. So some people, it is working for them. Others, it is not. That is what I'm saying. Some men will see it as, the man there. But others too will have a different thoughts about it. So it is all your choice.
On that note, Her Excellency, I want to find out, does sex on first date changes the dynamics of a potential relationship? Can it change? That maybe this man had seen you, he wishes to marry you or settle down with you, but the moment you guys had sex, could it change everything for him or for you?
No.
Is it?
No.
Is it possible that sex on the first night can change the dynamics of a potential? No. The key word is potential relationship.
Yeah. No. Because do you know one thing? The men, before they will approach you, talk about love to you, propose love to you, all because they want to taste the punani.
Yeah.
They will say everything from top to down just to have you. But remember, say, on your one kutin or confess love to you. There are other ladies on one can. So mama you who there or means because when he gets to have you that night,
he's done.
He sees you cheap. He sees you cheap. And another reason is when he sees you, after seeing you cheap, he has so many girls around
who he can go to.
So my issue is before you have sex on the first date, get to know the person. Know him, like ask him questions. Even if the questions he wants to divert the questions, just put the questions in a story line or something, just to know his mind.
Relax. Start how?
Oh, we have.
How?
You can trick a man. You can trick a man in so many ways.
Remember, please, how do men get tricked when it has to come to this sex on a first night, please, on the comment section there, please let me know how I'm sitting here, Miss Brown, I can trick a man to make him we get to have sex on the first night and then he will stay with me, because this thing, I've not heard some before. Which storyline would I use?
I mean, you should know him. But you should bring out stories to know him.
You can know men for years, and someone will chase you for 16 years after he has what he wants.
That is why we are not supposed to have sex on the first day. And when you do that, let's say it's a mistake, fine, but you should learn from it.
Please, sex is not a mistake. It shouldn't repeat itself again. Sex is not a mistake. You laid down you took your own pants off.
But you did it because you were thinking it will lead somewhere. So if say go see another something else has come in and then you both are separated, you should learn from it.
That it won't happen again.
It shouldn't happen again.
Shanzi, do you think
in a year, no, not for like 10.
So 10.
One what?
Shanzi, do you think? Shanzi, do you think sex on the first night changes the dynamics of a potential relationship?
I don't think so.
Okay, in your own view.
In my own view, I don't think so.
Okay.
Because, I said this earlier, that I know people that had sex on the first day, and then they ended up getting married. Others ended up, being in a relationship, a long-term relationship. And so I don't think so for now. Like in this era, I don't think so.
Okay.
It all, boils down to the mindset of the people involved.
Okay.
It all boils down to that. And see, so if, there are certain men that have, I said this the other time, they have genuine, love or feelings.
I'm still thinking about this genuine intention thing.
Okay. Maybe you haven't experienced it. When you experience it, you understand.
I'm so sure I have not.
Okay.
I have not. Okay. That's why I'm not able to fall in love in 10 times in a year.
Okay, so if the person has genuine feelings for you, it doesn't matter whether he has sex with you or not. Whether on the first date or on the last date. You understand?
Okay.
It doesn't matter. But then, some people, do you know that some people even get to fall in love with a person after the sex?
Yeah.
Yeah, it happens.
It happens.
Okay,
some people get to.
Is it when the man has
I saw a meme
very well.
I saw a meme the other time, and then the guy was chatting with his friend.
Okay.
And he was telling his friend that I have this girl. I think the friend knows the girl, so he mentioned the girl's name, and he was like, the girl is good, she's submissive, she's respectful, she's supportive.
Everything is like...
She's beautiful, she has the body shape, everything is just okay. But she can't give doggy. Oh. So he is leaving the girl for a woman who can give doggy. So you can see how petty some men can be.
Doggy.
How senseless some men can be.
Wow.
Because of doggy.
So you can leave a good woman for doggy.
Exactly.
Most of the men.
Exactly.
You cannot teach her how to do doggy.
No.
You only have to put your hand on the floor and your legs on the floor.
There also don't get what types. Your pro.
Maybe there could be an arc.
Your platinum, your gold, your silver.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
So me, I'm still on the first floor. I've not got in there.
I am what was this one me now? You see that time where the ass will be up there and then the upper body will be so
low. The one that we know is the missionary. That is it.
You don't missionary.
Please don't add me. Me, I'm not part. Don't add me. I'm not part.
Oh my God. So you can see how petty some men can be.
Yeah.
He's leaving someone for doggy.
Just
a good woman for doggy. Just doggy. And then later you come and say that fear woman. But when you're about every day I say that men do not like good women.
No. Men like toxic women. Yeah. Men like toxic women.
Some people will fall in love after the sex. Or let's say will be infatuated after the sex.
Yeah.
They will want to have more and then they will want to keep you. Yeah, because of the sex they are getting from you. And so it is possible. But others will also see you as people
get to have that impression in their mind.
Exactly. And so
since I have gotten you, someone else easily get you. But that's not the key.
It is an individual something.
Yeah, it's not the key.
You know something? They should know, say, before a lady will give herself out to you, that lady have seen something
Sometimes on your BB, we don't see. Sometimes me, I don't know. It's not everything I see inside you. If I want to see you, I want to see you.
Your friend is see and tell
Sometimes we see
because we can the fact that they call us cheap when we open our legs for them, we can still have the sex with you, and the next day we can still block you.
Oh yes. Women, I know women like doing that nowadays. Actually,
it happens.
The
in
Gen
this
Z,
generation,
the women like doing that. They will sleep with you and then they will just not mind you. Can this factor influence sex on the first date? The chemistry between two people, Shanzi, the chemistry between you and a guy you have met, could it influence that you would be okay sleeping with him the first day?
It happens.
Okay.
It happens. Sometimes you meet someone and you
just like the person.
Yeah, for the day. We've been chatting for some time, right?
Okay.
I've not really met you personally. So the first time I meet you, it's like you are everything I need in a man. Like your physical appearance. Because I can't know you inwardly on the first day.
Yeah.
So when I see you, it's like, hey, wow, okay.
I don't know.
This is what I want.
Mostly some men have these kind of bold, images. When I say bold images, you see bold drivers. And two men with bold driver, the picture but down for make sure they're nice.
He's cute.
So they have this bold kind of images, but then when you see them personally, you get to know that Sana, when you're first or pictures. So you see the person, you feel like, wow, this is nice. You smell good. The things that attract me, like physically.
The smelling thing,
your dressing.
It is what has been getting you.
Your dressing, how you dress, how neat you are, how you smell,
how they speak.
Your mouth, although it's on point.
Then the dentist inside your mouth.
You understand? I love that. So if I love dark men too. So if
you know some people.
Yeah, I love
dark men. Please,
brown,
we are doing
strong, like strong.
Some
dark
people
men.
fall in love due to people's
You and this
appearances.
love thing.
You should let me finish my
You finish.
No, I'll forget. Let me finish and then
you finish for me and the love thing.
So when you see that, then how about now? Like I say everything. Oh my God, and then the vibe. I know some people, they are very nice. They suit my, physical expectations. Okay. But then the moment they start talking to me, I am off. Are you okay? And so I know because I know are you okay? Are you fine?
Maybe he feels he's not doing anything to make
No, don't do anything. You don't have to do anything. That is one thing that we fail to understand. Like if somebody likes you, you don't have to do anything extra.
Yeah.
If somebody likes you,
the feeling is already there, so you don't need to stress
vibe didn't get there. So sometimes the people that are nice, they have money and everything, but I tend not to pick their calls because
their vibe is not there.
But then when the chemistry, everything is clicking, commanding the vibe, you might,
end up allowing him
to
just one.
The key word is allowing you. It's not you who got it, it's we allowing
Yeah, of course, because it's not me.
So it is we that we allow you.
Exactly.
So I want to know this also from you. Emotional vulnerability. Could it influence the reason people choose to have sex on the first night or not?
The reason people choose to have sex
on the first night or not? Could it be that
just like you said, you fall in love before you have sex?
Because we have people that use sex as emotional need. Without sex, they feel you don't love them.
You don't love them.
You understand? We have men that if you don't sleep with him, he feels you don't love him. And he has spoken with you for all the days he has spoken with you. Then you meet and you're saying no. Could it be a factor that influences people to have sex or not?
No.
You think no? So you're still standing with the love thing? Hey.
Odo.
Hey. Oh, I didn't say it's not there. I didn't say it is not there.
And when you love someone, giving up sex on the first date, I don't think
it's simple.
It's
so
simple.
Is it easy for you to give sex on the first date when you love someone?
If I love you, but when you put it in your mind that I'm cheap, it's up to you.
So you have loved this guy, then you end up allowing him to touch you. Then you don't get to hear from him again. You meet another person, you love him, Like that.
Like I said, you have to learn from your mistakes. If the first person I slept with, it didn't go on well for me,
okay,
that doesn't mean I should keep sleeping with people.
So whether the first day or the second day is first sex, right? Whether the first day or the second day is still first sex,
it's definitely going to be the first sex, but then
it's still first sex.
Sex on the first date and then first sex.
Yeah.
First sex is better by the watcher.
Kakra
But first date, why they?
Oh, but sometimes you would have met someone you've spoken with for like 6 months, but the first time you are meeting is that day. Does that is when, as a cheap person, if you do that?
With that one, I don't think so, because it's like you've been talking for some. Maybe there can be like a distance thing, and that's the reason why you guys
now you have sex with him for the first time.
You have to make you love ambassador, because I don't understand this thing. I don't understand this thing you're doing with me.
But it's the same person on social media talking down on love, and you're coming to say love.
You see, human being is not good.
Social media.
You people
don't trust anything on social media.
Yes. And you be on social media for so
you have to be fake life on social media. So you have been playing with her.
Yes, you have to be fake life on social media.
You don't have to follow everything that I say.
Do you know that you have followers that you influence people with your posts?
No.
If you have been here with us, we're talking about sex on the first night. Is it love, sex, or infatuation? And I have a woman who says everything that has to do with this is love. Everything, whether you do it 1 or 2 or 3, is still love. Please, let's know your views. If you think it's okay to have sex on the first night, or you think it's not, because Shanzi was speaking about the moral right about it. So let's know if you also stand with the morality about having sex on the first night. Thank you for watching this episode on the Girls Arena. Watch out for part 2 and subscribe to all our social media platforms on Girls Arena on One King Multimedia.